How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Flagrant Talk Sports Podcast. It's Moses here, alongside his co-host, Isaiah Gessner.
What's up, everybody?
And today, we've got a little Road to Glory NCAA College Football 25 breakdown for y'all. We're going to give y'all two teams, each of us. Running it back. Road to Glory, for the first time ever, is going to have different options where you start your career off. You can start off as an elite level 5-star prospect, or you could start off as a 3-star, whatever, not as highly touted, recruited player who has to build his way up. Different abilities, attributes, mental abilities, all that stuff comes with it. There's a big video out and lots of articles out if you haven't seen it. So Zay and I today are going to be giving you two teams at each position, the top option and the low end option. And we're just going to break down why you should run it. Obviously, lots of teams to choose from. People are obviously going to choose their favorite teams, their alma maters, all those things. But we decided why not? Yep, 100%. We decided why not give y'all just a couple teams if you're kind of looking for other teams to choose from. Couple teams to pick out. So Mo
and I will each have two different teams, so we'll have four in total for you. So you'll have four different options. We'll give you kind of a brief reason as to why you should consider it, but as Mo said, pick your favorite. I mean, that should be foremost. Or hey, I really like Coastal Carolina's field, I'm picking them. Do it. That's totally all right. For my philosophy in doing this, on some of the lows, if I have a lower team there at a position, it doesn't mean the team is bad. It means maybe, hey, they haven't had an elite player at this in a while, or they haven't had that, like, this team used to kind of be a grit and grind team, or they used to be a run first team, and now they air it out. You get to be there as a running back, and I think them being bad at it doesn't make them a bad school.
For sure.
As the preface for that.
Maybe they have a player who is an absolute stud at that position right now, and you're going to be a couple of years out. So yeah, there's a lot of things factor into the low tier for sure.
Yeah, but kicking it off, Mo, we'll start at everybody's favorite. It's going to be the most picked, as I will be joining that.
For sure.
It's quarterback. Mo, give us your first team you considered here at QB.
So you kind of talked about it with the low tier option of team not being that good at this spot. I decided to go with it for my high option because this team, other than quarterback and kind of their whole offense, their defense is stout. Everyone knows that. They're a top 10 defensive team every year, basically. Top 25 cusp every year. I believe they're in the top 25 right now.
Yeah.
It is the Iowa Hawkeyes. That is the team I'm going for. They haven't had a good quarterback in a while. You have the potential to be the greatest quarterback to be drafted out of Iowa, which I think is pretty sick. Like I said, offense in general kind of has always been their downfall. They were the 7th ranked team in national defense last year. Pretty solid roster, lots of tight end depth, so you can run lots of jumbo, do all that. And there's only 2 returning receivers. Outside of that, nobody on their roster has caught a pass in a Hawkeyes uniform. So you get to come in, maybe battle it out with Cade McNamara, who is supposed to be their starter this year, coming back from injury. Battle it out, maybe win the starting spot year 1, maybe sit behind him year 1, but you're definitely going to have opportunities there at Iowa, and I just think it would be really cool to be one of the greatest players to play quarterback at Iowa. So that's my pick.
I love that one too. I also love their logo, their unis. I feel like the Hawkeyes are kind of slept on in that regard too.
Yeah.
So you get that going along with it. For me, the high team, and some of these are going to be very basic on the high end. This is one of those picks. It's Ohio State. It is a school that has produced a ton of pro talent. Obviously, recently you have CJ Stroud, Justin Fields, Cardale Jones, legend. Put some respect on his name. But while Ohio State has put out a lot of these pros, they've also been slandered quite a bit in recent years by, kind of before Stroud broke out in the way that he did. But as a school that has very elite college talent that should be first round NFL talent, and they don't quite pan out in the way that people expect them to, you get to go with the Buckeyes, prove them wrong. If you're someone who's excited for Madden 2, which cool. I personally am so locked in on NCAA, I don't care.
Yeah.
But you can transfer that over and carry your legacy as an Ohio State quarterback onto the next level.
That's sick.
Yeah. They just announced that too at like the very end of the Road to Glory thing. So your save file, you can transfer it over to the pros. You're sitting behind a Will Howard, who is a potential Heisman candidate this year, but your opportunity is going to be there. You get to really, go in as that 5-star, that 4-star prospect and learn a year or two underneath, and then really take the helm your junior, senior year and get it rolling with the Buckeyes.
I love the pick there.
Yeah.
They have 2 running backs who are going to be studs, probably both going to get drafted, deep receiving core. I love everything about the U of
they're stacked, man. They're stacked. So why not play quarterback there?
For sure. As for my low option, I'm going with Boston College, a team in a kind of tough ACC that it's only getting better. Lots of improvement in the ACC over the past few years. You're going to be sitting behind Thomas Castellanos, who is he's a pretty good dual threat quarterback. Boston College has a pretty solid dual threat offense running pass, middle of pack on D. I just think you have the opportunity to potentially turn up, get drafted. There's been solid quarterbacks come out of BC, Matt Ryan, Doug Flutie, a couple that are on the top of my head, but you can definitely join that list with the roster. The roster is going to be yours after Thomas is gone. So
totally. I also really high on like dynasty teams that I'm excited for as well. So having that player in Road to Glory makes total sense too.
For sure.
On the low end for me, I've got Western Kentucky. This is a school that throws the football and it throws it a lot. Historically, Brendan Doughty leads the school in passing yards. That number, 12,855 passing yards in a season. Right behind him, New York Jets football legend Mike White with 8,540. So you are at a school. I love Western Kentucky's logo. Obviously, their mascot, legend. But you get to go to a place where they air it out. You get to just sling it. And you get to try and take them to the college football playoffs. It's going to be difficult because you're probably going to have to win out. But that will be fun. You're going to be in a spot every year to really compete, to stack up a ton of yards, and you have that bench marker with Doughty and almost 13,000 passing yards in his career that you can kind of strive to beat as a quarterback. So that's why I got Western Kentucky there.
Solid conference too. You got the opportunity to win a couple chips there, get a couple bowl games in, maybe sneak into the 12-team playoff at the end of your career. Never know. So I love the pick. Running back.
It's another one. I'm excited too, because I don't know if I want to be like a power back. Do I want the like Derrick Henry just plowing through defenses, or do I want kind of the more receiving oriented running back? But either way, here are a couple schools for you to start off with. Mo, get it rolling.
My high option for the running back position is going to be Texas Tech. The Red Raiders are home to one of the top running backs in the country right now in Taj Brooks. He is a fifth-year senior, so you get to sit behind him for a year, learn from one of the best, and then take over the offense. They love to run the ball. Taj Brooks had 290 carries last season, which is insane.
Yeah.
They're on the come up as well, just in general as a team, improving. I think this would be a really fun, exciting torch to continue to carry a little
Totally.
string of Texas Tech running backs who have been solid. So
Yeah. As for me, I've got a pretty easy one. I've got Penn State. Saquon is, of course, the legend there. But you're on a very good team. Obviously, you're at a good program.
yeah.
And those whiteout games that you're going to have at home, the atmosphere that we have seen from videos and what EA has shown on their own,
Mm-hmm.
incredible. Like the
Yep.
Mo Bamba clip that they recreated, the fact that you get to take part in playing at that home field is
Insane,
amazing.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, you're joining to another high quality team. This should be a playoff team, and you can kind of be a lead contributor in that, using Saquon as that benchmark that you're looking to beat. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my my high end pick.
I like it. I like it.
Mhm.
On to my low option. I'm going out to California. I'm going with the Stanford Cardinals.
Love it.
It's been a tough stretch kind of since
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey left. Why not bring back the joy in Stanford with
Mhm.
another solid running back? You know, it's going to take a little bit picking the low option, building up, but who
Mhm.
knows where you can put them in a few years. They've had success there before, and maybe try and recreate that in some way with Stanford.
Yeah. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Another team that is high on my like dynasty list too.
Yeah.
I know we got a comment in our dynasty video of someone really excited to do Stanford, and I
Mm-hmm.
totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as for me, I have another one similarly. I have USC, and USC is an incredible school. They're an explosive offense. That defense has needed serious help. Ask Caleb Williams. Um,
Yep.
but you get to go there. This is a school that used to pride itself on running the football. You had Reggie Bush, one of the greatest college football players of all time, a dude who was a Heisman and dominant running the football for that school. And
Mm-hmm.
now USC is very much, it's an air raid offense. They're going to air it out. They're going to do four verts. Like that's how they have played. And as the NFL and college football has become more modern in the passing game over the years, you get to kind of return it to form, be that lead back, be that Heisman running back in an offense that wants to be explosive. I
Yep.
think too, if you want to be a receiving back, it only elevates USC on the list because they have that going for them as well. So I love that we both have two Cali teams in there. Giving a shout out to them.
Great place to run the ball, nice and warm year round.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you should get some fire NIL deals
For
being in
sure.
Cali.
Yeah.
So, you get to be Mr. Hollywood
Yep.
as well to go along with it.
I love it.
But next up, receiver.
Yep.
Another one where I don't know if I want to go like the DK Metcalf route. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't know what kind of receiver I want to be, but I definitely want to do a wideout road to glory.
Yeah. Can you start us off with your high?
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah, so another one, it's basic, but it is wide receiver U,
Mm-hmm.
at least one of them,
Yep.
along with Ohio State. It's LSU. You get to play at an amazing school. Again, another playoff school. You get tough competition. I think if you want to play corner as well, this is a really fun school to do that too.
Yep.
But being at LSU, you get to follow obviously Malik Neighbors, who just got drafted sixth by the Giants. You have Jamar Chase, Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham, all of those names that you're kind of following in this modern era where LSU continues to constantly churn out this pro talent. You
Yep.
get to become a part of that amazing and fun home field, Like, it's just a fun school, and especially if you're going to carry your file over to Madden,
Yep.
it's a perfect school to do that if you want to keep it realistic. So I've got the Tigers.
Love it. They've been churning them out the last few years, like you said.
Yeah.
I got another school here who has
Mhm.
recently been doing really well at the receiver position, and this season, a lot of people are saying that this is the best receiving core in college football.
Yeah.
The Oregon Ducks. They
Yes.
are stacked at receiver. Tez Johnson setting a program record last year for receptions is returning. Trayshawn Holden is also returning, a 400-yard receiver from last year. They're going to join this really good core as a really highly touted prospect. You know, you might not get your targets that first year with the core being as good as it is, but you're definitely going to see opportunities in your sophomore, junior seasons. And Oregon has been doing it right at receiver, so I would want to join in on that.
Yeah. I love that. The next one I have, it's Notre Dame. And another thing too, another reason I wanted to bring Notre Dame into the mix is, if you don't know, in the same way in Dynasty where you can realign conferences and things like that, you can do that in Road to Glory. So
I didn't know you could do it through. Okay.
Yes. So you're able to have full customization in there too. So you get to take Notre Dame if you're like, hey, I want to put them in the ACC. I want to put them in the SEC. You have that flexibility as well. Obviously, the beautiful gold helmets that you get to play in. This is a school that had Will Fuller come out of it. Golden Tate are two receivers who are a little more modern. I guess the older I get, the less modern someone like a Golden Tate is, but still, you get kind of those names that you get to follow after, the flexibility with the conferences, and quarterback Riley Leonard as well, who is going to sling the football, and you get to kind of be a part of that mix. It's going to be a good team, a fun team, and hopefully you can, become a legend at Notre Dame.
Yep. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
I got the Missouri Tigers.
Awesome.
They have the best receiver in college football right now in Luther Burden III. And they're searching for a number 2. They have some solid options, but maybe you can step in as a freshman. I know it's going to be harder because it's the lower option, and maybe you can have a really good breakout season, be that number 2, take over the number 1 role in your sophomore season. You have a quarterback who loves to sling the rock, and Brady Cook, throwing for over 3,500 yards last year. Sorry, 3,500 yards last year. I think I said that right both times, but just to clarify, I like Missouri's offense. Go Tigers.
Yeah, go to. I mean, we've both given shout outs to different Tigers in this wide receiver one, so I guess we're just biased there. But yeah, I love Missouri. I think that's a fun one.
Yeah.
Also, man, you want to be a quarterback, you want to sling it. Following Drew Lock, his shadow, a legend. Have a highlight tape similar to him, which is iconic. So you can throw them in the quarterback tier as well.
For sure.
Next up, we're on the defensive side of the football now.
Yeah.
We got linebacker. For my high end, I wanted to keep it linebacker U. I wanted to keep it basic. This is as high as it could possibly get. It's Georgia. You're playing with the Bulldogs. They produce pro linebacker talent what feels like every season consistently. And not only do they go to the NFL, they develop and become incredible players at the next level. You look at a Roquan Smith, who is just an absolute star. So you get to have that. It's pro talent. It's the Bulldogs. There's not much else I can say that hasn't already been said. You're joining a top 5 team in the country, hoping to win another chip, keep this kind of historic program over the past couple of years alive and well. And, if my Gonzaga Bulldogs don't have a basketball team, I may as well shout out the Georgia Bulldogs and play with them.
I like it. I like it. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, everything you said, 100% on the dot.
Yeah.
I'm going, might be biased. If you can read the shirt. Boise State Broncos as my top option at linebacker. They have a lot of good positions filled on the offensive side of the ball. In the past few seasons, the defense has been the downfall. So if you can come in as a 5-star and really solidify the Boise State defense, this team has a legitimate shot at making the 12-team playoff and doing a whole lot more of successful things in the future. I think it would also just be a really fun place to play on the blue field. On the come up in just dynasty terms, in general team terms. So I think it would be a great option to play for Boise on defense.
Yeah, I obviously again, it's Boise, it's your school, you've got the home bias, but also there's so many people that are going to pick Boise because of that field. It's also a really good team. That helps out as well in terms of playing and having a fun experience if you're not someone who wants to suffer maybe playing at Kennesaw State. No diss to them. But if you want to play at a good school, I think Boise State is an awesome pick there. Manning the defense. As for me, I'm giving out a shout out to a school that Mo has already given on the offensive end, but I've got Stanford here at the linebacker spot. I think that this is a school too that had kind of that grit and grind defensively, and after kind of a couple of seasons, really post Andrew Luck, going back that far, you get to be that kind of anchor. You get to be the explosive player out of Stanford. You've had pros at the next level, like a Tank Williams, where at the safety spot, where you get to kind of be a star. Again, being in Cali, you should get some fun NIL deals, some fun things. I've loved seeing all of the messages that you can have pop up where, from different people where it's like, hey, do you want to come party and skip class? And it's like, of course. As long as I keep my 2.0, I'm set. So we may as well tear it up. But you get to do that at Stanford, get to hang out with the smart kids, got a Christmas tree. I mean, what more could you possibly want on the defensive end?
Sure. As you can tell, picked them on the offensive side. I enjoy and I like the pick just as much on defense. They're in a similar spot. So my low tier option. Oh, wait. Right? I didn't do my low tier.
Or did you give it? I don't think you did. I think I messed you up. Go ahead.
You're good. You're good. USC. Yep, I definitely haven't done this. USC.
You have not.
The Trojans. They have been kind of down the last few seasons, other than Caleb Williams. He had been the only bright spot in the past few years. This is also a university known for churning out linebackers, especially in the early 2000s. Bring the glory back to Southern California. Kind of middle of the pack right now everywhere. So it's your destiny with the road to glory here.
I love that pick. USC is gonna be a very popular pick for a lot of things. I gave them on the offensive side as well, and for good reason. I mean, they're gonna be sweet. So
for sure.
With that now being done and me not messing up and clicking quarterbacks next, we can now get into the final position, cornerback. Moses, how are we feeling? What are we leading with?
I'm starting it off with generic top option, but I mean, they haven't proven anything yet. It's only because of a couple players. Colorado Buffaloes is my pick.
Love
for quarterback. You get to play alongside Travis Hunter. You get to learn from Deion Sanders. Just really exciting spot, I think, to play defense. They're on the come up. They're in a solid conference. So
yeah, I mean, what more could you want? Yeah. Some of these, again, you don't have to overcomplicate it. They're a really good school. You get to play for them. Obviously, getting to play alongside of Travis Hunter, you get to try and lock up, at least to have Travis for a year. So I love that pick for you. As for me, I wanted to find a place to put this team because they are so good. I didn't want them to get shut out of the top end schools. I've got the Wolverines at Michigan. Top end talent, could potentially go back to back. No more Harbaugh. We'll see what that Michigan school can do.
Yeah.
They've just kind of been missing that that defensive just like monster, at least in the secondary, and you get to kind of be that, lead that. You're on a great program, amazing home field, cool unis, like everything adds up if you're looking for a basic cornerback pick there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
My last team for my low tier option at cornerback is a really, really good team, but they're really solid at cornerback. It's going to take a couple of years, I think, to get into the rotation. I got the University of Washington, the Huskies, as my low tier option. Been churning out a lot of great players in the secondary, going into the NFL and developing and becoming solid guys in the league. You have the opportunity to do just that. Stacked with a great offense and a great defense, you kind of just get to focus on not doing anything wrong, improving, and you're going to see time. So, and you're going to be successful. So I think that is one of the more important things here with Washington.
Love it. As for me, the last one, I have got Miami as my last cornerback school. Obviously, Deion Sanders was a monster at Florida State. And I feel like Miami is just one. They're really high on my dynasty list. I gave them a shout out in that video with Cam Ward at quarterback, things like that. But I feel like they've just been missing that really explosive guy who, is known and who is going to kind of elevate at that next level. Obviously, like Xavier Howard has made a very good career for himself. Artie Burns, like they've had some guys in recent seasons, but they're kind of missing that elite number one alpha guy at the next level. And I feel like playing with the Canes, you get the chain. I mean, come on, you're in Florida. You'll get some awesome NIL opportunities there as well. I feel like it'll be a fun team to play with.
Definitely one that I am going to do for sure. I love Miami, and it's been a while, like you said. Just get them going again.
Yeah, I honestly feel like quarterback is first for me, and then corner might be too. Like, I'm really excited to lock up. You're also going to get some amazing comp, obviously. At Miami, you're going to be tested year to year, so you'll have to deal with some tough assignments, especially as you become that like corner one.
For sure.
They're gonna have you locked up. You're gonna have your work cut out. With all that being said, those are all of the teams for us. Let us know what position you're starting with, what school you're starting with, kind of how you want your build to be. Do you want to be the 5-star going to an elite program? Do you want to be the 2-star prospect who's like a 60 overall and you're really going to have to work it out? Like, what are you feeling? What are you looking forward to? And of course, before we end the video, it wouldn't be right if we didn't do a song of the pod to close it out. So Moses, what have you got for this NCAA vid?
I feel like I've been choosing this artist quite a bit, but it's because I've been listening to them quite a bit. And he's been dropping a lot of new music. He dropped another little EP album on Sunday. Wasn't on one of the main days. He dropped it on a Sunday. Like, why not? I'm going to give the listeners what they want. Now They Shocked by Autumn, the first song off of that new album. The beat it's addicting. I really like the beat. Kind of normal Autumn lyrical inside content, but I love it. So
great pick. Oddly enough, people were on Twitter. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised we're just crapping on the new Autumn project. I'm like, dude,
bro,
Holy
I
crap,
thought it
man.
was Heat, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
because there are some I listen to. I'm like, all right, this one I'm not.
yeah, not feeling it.
I'm not listening to this whole album. But I was at the gym today. It was more of an upbeat kind of album, so maybe that's why it hit. But I just really liked it. Listen to it in the
Yeah.
gym. I'll give you that.
Boom. And that's the thing. It's important where you listen to the music too. It's like,
100%.
if you're about to go to bed and you put Autumn on, it's not gonna hit
Probably
the
not
same.
gonna hit. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's not gonna help you out.
Yep.
Well, for me, I've got one. It's very fitting. It's on the nose. I've got NCAA by 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
It's a banger. Love the beat. Love 2 Chainz on there. The hook is really good.
Powerful
And,
song.
It is a powerful song. It's his writing on that. I mean, 2 Chainz is underrated as a lyricist in general.
For sure.
But yeah, it's a great track, fitting, and yeah, counting down the hours until we finally get to boot up NCAA.
We're in the, oh my gosh, we're what, 72 hours less?
Yeah,
Oh
man.
my goodness, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Haven't really seen any gamer tags, anything. I guess people want the smoke, but
No,
just
they
a little
duck and
reminder.
smoke.
Just a reminder,
duck
if
and
you would
smoke.
like it, you can find us. Let us know. It doesn't have to be on YouTube. If you don't want it out there on YouTube, hit us on Instagram. Hit us on, yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
I didn't think of that until just now, but it makes sense. If you
Yeah.
don't want to comment it on YouTube, yeah, you can
Totally
find
fair.
us right there.
Yeah.
Zay's over. Dude, this reverse there. Okay,
I know. Either way, DM us, DM Flagrant Talk, and you can DM both of us at once so we can both see it if that's easiest. But yeah, obviously, if you want the smoke, and honestly, I don't think I want the smoke. Yeah, I gotta get good. I haven't played Madden seriously in a minute.
Yeah.
So I'm
gonna get cooked. I'm just talking.
I'm cooked.
So yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm Dylan Brooks.
Yep.
Like, I'm gonna talk like crazy, but I'm gonna lose.
I'll make bowl.
So,
I'll make bowl. Go Celtics. Go Grant.
Go C's. Yeah, cannot wait to be playing this.
Yep.
Counting down the hours. We're locked in. And next week, music-wise, we're getting a Denzel Curry album and a Childish Gambino album on the same day. So, as if the week could not be better.
Is this 2016?
I'm
lit, bro. That's awesome. No, wait, is this actually 2014, bro?
We're getting Kendrick, we're getting Drake, we're getting, like, it's ridiculous.
Wow.
On top of that, depending on when you're seeing this, to make the day, if you get the deluxe edition, to make, again, we're not sponsored by this, so you don't need to get it. You're totally good. But if you do, on that Monday, you get Olympic basketball in the morning, exhibition. As for us as Celtics fans, you get Celtics-Lakers Summer League at night. Obviously, NCAA for us.
What a day.
I mean, like, I don't quite know what more you could want in life.
I could almost, I'm gonna tear it up, man.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the coolest days ever.
Yep.
Cannot wait to experience it. And yeah, we hope to see you guys have as much fun as we do on Monday and as the game comes out.
Yep, 100%. And we'll have a couple of vids out for y'all next week as well.
Totally.
So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see y'all then. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
See you in the next vid.
Later, everybody.
Peace.